McDonald's has entered a Minecraft movie universe, and Grimace, Birdie, and Hamburglar just spawned as new collectibles in the overworld. Now for a limited time, you can get one of 6 McDonald's collectibles when you order a Minecraft movie meal. Ooh. With your choice of Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets with spicy nether flame sauce. Available now in a biome near you. Oh, and at your local McDonald's. I participate in McDonald's for a limited time. A Minecraft movie only in theaters.
Everyone deserves a chance in the driver's seat. For GM and Revolt, that means leading the way on the road to an all-electric future and envisioning a world with 0 crashes, 0 tailpipe emissions, and 0 congestion. GM's committed to making EVs accessible for everybody. That means you too. So what are you waiting for? GM's got the keys. You grab the wheel. Learn more about an all-electric future and the 000 initiative at gm.com. GM, everybody in.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy David with Black Wealth Renaissance, and I'm here today to tell you guys about Anchor. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it's the best place to make a podcast. Anchor is a free app that has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone. Anchor also distributes your podcast across all major platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many others. You can also make money on your podcast with Anchor with no minimum listenership. Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So if you're looking to get started on your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm.
Hey, do you have bad credit and minimum capital and want to get started in real estate? Hi, my name is Sharnice.
And I'm Byron.
And we are the Mobile Home Elite Investors.
If you are a new or seasoned investor and looking to invest as low as $5,000 and see returns between 100% upwards to 500% return on investment, we have a course for you.
Our Elite e-course gives you all the secrets and strategies you need to become a successful mobile home investor.
Find us on www.mobilehomeeliteinvestors.com. See you soon.
Welcome to the Black Wealth Renaissance Podcast, the podcast dedicated to normalizing black wealth and sharing helpful tools and resources that we believe will be useful for attaining and maintaining generational wealth. I am your host, David Bellard.
Welcome everybody to episode 5 of the podcast.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's good, fellas?
What's good, everybody?
Whoa.
What's good?
What's good with y'all?
Chilling today, man. Just chilling. How y'all doing today?
Oh, man. Just been chilling and working, man. Chilling and working.
I just chilling, working on these applications.
We just some chilling ass working ass dude.
Today is a day of rest. Because every other day I ain't chilling. So, yeah.
And we still low-key ain't chilling today. I mean, honestly.
Trying to be working. So, yeah. That's kind of how it go with us. Well, welcome everybody, episode 5 of the podcast. On this podcast, we want to talk about a couple booming industries. Okay, so yeah. So in the first episode, we were talking kind of about like how times change and things change with the brick and mortar stores going away and like the AI.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of wanted to get into that more because we had mentioned that like it's going to be new industries. So we kind of figured it'd be a good thing to talk about a couple of industries that were booming right now. We wanted to get into like a couple of tech companies, the cannabis industry, and micromobility. Just kind of discuss those three and help teach a couple of things to some people about them. See a couple of opportunities that could be opening up in the market. So yeah, one of the first things with the opportunities that's opening up, market that's popping up is the Internet of Things. They call it IoT for short. And what it is like all those things that you're seeing with like smart homes and things of that nature. Just like taking old things and then incorporating technology into them so that they're making like these, it is providing the smart internet savvy function to something that we've already had. So take for instance your door locks, or like things that people have, like the smart fridges, like the Samsung smart fridges, like just something that's connected to the internet that you can manage from your phone.
Yeah. And honestly, the Internet of Things, at least the way that I interpreted it, was ways that we're using technology as humans to make our lives easier. Doing like David said, things.
Man, bro, I mean,
my bad.
y'all did it enough. I'm pretty sure they understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all hadn't caught it by now, his nickname is Burman. We call him Burman, sorry. But like what Burman has said, just stuff to make your life easier. Think things like the Walmart grocery pickup, where it's ordering online and then just going in there and picking up your groceries, or like the house delivery, where you can order your groceries online and then it's being delivered to your house and put in your refrigerator, or I'm trying to think of any other examples. There's a bunch of different stuff. Huh?
Like they gonna come put it in my refrigerator?
Yeah, they'll come put it in your refrigerator for you.
They're working on prototypes. I know Amazon's working on a prototype where they can come into your house and stock your fridge and everything.
Yeah, like
I'm good on that.
That's why they got the Whole Foods thing. Like they're getting the data on that, and then boom,
I'm good on that.
List for your groceries, and then just send it to you.
Hey, just leave it out.
You ain't even got to worry about getting your groceries no more.
Leave it outside.
You can leave the milk outside.
I'm gonna have a little area where y'all can put my food in the refrigerated area. No, it ain't.
But I actually used the Walmart one recently. A couple weeks ago, I ordered a little TV stand, and I ordered it online, but it delivered it to the Walmart. But I had to go to the online pickup to use it, and that's pretty cool, man. I'm honestly thinking about you like that's how I want to order my groceries, because it's faster. And it keeps you having to just deal with the employees and the customers and dealing with long.
I can't agree to that one.
I got another question. So, what if your employees, they just go pick up the most raggedy fruit? If you order some fruit,
I would order fruit from there. But like just like your frozen foods, like if I just want to go in there and grab some real quick, or like I was just going to get some protein, or I was going to get some like milk or something. I just want them to grab that. I don't know about fruit. I don't know if I trust them grabbing my fruit.
Man, look, I think I'd allow them to grab whatever. Because the thing is at the end of the day, I was looking at something on social media the other day. They was talking about if you would introduce the idea of riding in somebody else's car with somebody you don't know to somebody in the 50s, they'd have said that we were crazy as hell. But now we call it Uber and Lyft, and we do it every day. So it's like, I mean, whatever we're doing, it's going to become normal. Like, at first it's going to be like, oh, well, I don't know what they're going to give me and stuff like that. But after a while, it's going to be like, man, fuck it. I'm just ordering my groceries from them. They're going to deliver it.
I think that's true, too, because I think it's going to be good for Walmart and stuff because they're still going to get the sales, but it's going to depreciate their stores. Like we were talking about in that episode. Their stores are going to go down if that part of their business increases.
Interaction and all of that is gonna go down.
But I think it's more of a safeguard.
It won't go down. Like the people who want to go to the store and just go to the store are still gonna go to.
I know I'm gonna still go to the store.
Like that's also a thing.
Unless I'm like running late to something or whatever, and I just need something to be like picked up or whatever, like then I wouldn't really do it. But
I think that's something that gets miscommunicated with technology a lot of the time. Like people think it's gonna just have to be something that's like ubiquitous, like everybody has to have it. Like if you don't want it, you don't have to pay for it. Like having a smart home, you don't have to pay for that if you don't want that.
Yeah,
you could have an old time home in a town full of smart homes.
But some of that smart home stuff so cool. I really want one.
Can y'all explain some of the more of the smart home stuff? I know the doorbell, I know the refrigerator, but what other stuff do they offer for smart home?
Okay, I know they're working on a lot of new things right now. The market right now is valued to grow to $502 billion by 2021. Like right now, the market's like 6.5 bill or something like that. It's supposed to like double in a couple years, and that like the biggest things they got, like a lot of people are going and making prototypes, but there's still a couple like things that aren't there yet with it. Big concerns that people are having with the security.
I know that's something else big.
The integration with the tech that like they already have, like with the apps and the networks that they already have, it's kind of hard to integrate what they want to do. And people aren't really sure on the ROI on it. Like not everybody believes in it, but it's something that like is swelling up right now and is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah,
like,
and I know
they're doing like he was saying, like locks, like you know, they got the air condition you can control.
Yeah, you can control
the Nest.
Yeah, that's the Nest. There's another one I think called like Humble or something like that. I don't remember. My boss got one though. He loves it. What else? You know, like the little.
Probably get something to like make your pool cover go out. Like when your app you your pool cover. So like just like little things that you have to do manually, just automate.
McDonald's has entered a Minecraft movie universe, and Grimace, Birdie, and Hamburglar just spawned as new collectibles as part of a Minecraft movie meal with your choice of Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets with spicy nether flame sauce. Participate in McDonald's for a limited time. A Minecraft movie only in theater.
Like I know, like with Alexa, you got the light bulbs that she can turn off your whole lights and everything. And that's another thing, like they're trying to move towards, like the smart homes where Alexa controls a lot of things. Or I'm pretty sure Apple is going to come out to where Siri can control your home too. You know, they're normally kind of slower because they like to try to something perfect or whatever. But like it'll be stuff like that I can see, like, hey Alexa, turn off my lights in this room or whatever. Or like they said, you can download an app, and if you got something cooking in a crock pot at home and you late on a meeting or whatever, you can be like, turn off my crock pot from your phone. That's the type of stuff that you're looking for too.
That's pretty cool. I think honestly, if I was to go more in depth on the Alexa part, I think honestly in a couple of years, maybe even 10 years, like down the road, I think we're gonna get to the point where we go, Alexa, or order me this, or Alexa, I want my grass cut at 2 p.m. You know, I think we're gonna eventually get to that point soon.
And it's interesting y'all saying this, because with the security concern, there are actually 3 major companies working on it right now, and one of them is Amazon. So that is actually a real reality, because if they working on the tech to get it done, they're obviously going to market it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
The other 2 companies are BlackBerry and Microsoft, for anyone that's wondering. But those are the 3 companies working on developing a IoT.
That's crazy. Like,
and
of it, y'all remember that old Disney movie, or whatever? That's
I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, ooh.
But they're trying to get it to that point though. Like I know one thing. I was talking with David earlier about what Tesla's trying to do with the integration as far as the whole house. I don't know if any of y'all looked into that. That stuff is really cool. They're trying to set it up to where it's like one big battery pack that recharges from you'll have
solar energy?
Solar panels. Sorry, I couldn't get it out. You'll have solar panels that'll charge it all day, and it'll be one big battery pack that runs the electricity for your house. It charges your car, and then when you like pull up and get home, you just plug your car in, and it'll like it's integrated with your AC, like your whole thing. Basically, like what Apple has as far as like I have my Apple Watch, and when it pings, it'll go off on my watch and on my phone and stuff like that. How they have that whole just like network of things working together. They're trying to do that before a house. And so it's like the AC is going to be connected to the car, which is connected to your watch, which is connected to your phone, which is connected to your solar panels, and it's all going to be connected.
So like just imagine like you pull up at your, like you start your car and leave work, and then your AC just go down automatically.
Yeah, because it knows you're coming. Like stuff like that. They're trying to get it to that point. Tesla's, they're trying to have, if you ever get a chance to look into it, it's the Tesla house. Even the prototype pictures look just crazy.
And Tesla's one of those things that they're doing a lot of cool stuff. Like I've seen a video on it about Tesla's Model 3s, I believe it's called. And they're the affordable model. And you can order straight from online. I think it was like the price of it was only like $38,000.
Yeah, they push it down.
Yeah.
They push it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing with everything, man.
and just get it within 2 weeks. I don't know if that time period is still the same because everybody, once orders start going up, start getting backward.
Yeah.
But at the original time, it was
Yeah.
like 2 weeks to get the vehicles.
Because that's the biggest issue with their products. It's like they have amazing products and they're trying to get them out to people, but it's just the distribution and keeping the price low enough to where a bunch of people at the regular, average consumer level can buy it.
And the reason that you can't get them in, so like, just go to the car lot, they actually build them for you. So I think that's another problem that they're going to have to fix. They're going to have to do it to where they can produce enough and just start getting something out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a question. Like, how does anybody like just say I'm listening to this podcast and I want to get into something like this, maybe a business or something like that? Within this, is there a way for me to research or to get started?
I mean, YouTube University, bro. Like, just to first get an understanding of Internet of Things, I watched a few 20-minute videos on this stuff, and it's like some real interesting things. So anyone that really, really wants to learn about it can learn it there. And in terms of getting the business started, you'd have to acquire a skill in one of 6 different categories. There's, in addition to the security and the integration, it's a few other categories that they also work in. There's an article. I'll leave it in the show notes. I can show you. It's a report by I cannot remember the company's name right now, but I have it in the show notes.
And I just had one great thought. If anybody was trying to get into this type of stuff, understand that machinery, although we try to make it as perfect as we can, still messes up and is imperfect. So look into the maintenance of this stuff. Like, side note, RP Nip one more time. Look into tech, how he had the kids looking in the tech industry and learning about the different tech things to do as far as building apps, learning the integrations, learning how all the different things work together. Learn that type of stuff so that you can open a maintenance business surrounding this type of stuff. People's houses are going to have coding that goes wrong. You need to have technicians that can go out there and go fix that. Or you need to be able to be the technician that can go out there and fix that. If somebody's having an issue with their solar panels, be the person that can go out there and fix that. Learn a skill that's going to put you in a place to be able to not only employ yourself, but employ other people for the future. That's the way that I would say try to get into the business.
And I think one of those things, like you were saying, Jared, is fixing those things. So imagine like back when we had flip phones, right? The iPhone was introduced. What the business he created was the fixing of the iPhones, fixing the smartphones. That was a whole industry in itself. I think that's what we see whenever these smart houses come into intuition. You're gonna see a whole nother business of fixing and different coatings and fixing those whenever it comes into place.
It's going to be interesting to see how the profession of electrician combines with the major that is like CIS and stuff like that. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how that meshes.
I think your basic electrician is going to have to understand how to code soon.
Yeah, and that's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
that's going to be crazy. Because that's going to put like a lot of the people that we know in the business right now, if y'all do know any electricians, like, that's going to put them out of business. A lot of the older ones that are like computer illiterate, they're not going to be able to do that.
Huh. I didn't think of it that way.
It's crazy, man. Like, a lot of stuff is coming. Like, Internet of Things, it's really cool, but it's scary at the same time, because it's like one of those things that'll date you really quickly.
See, and I think that's also one of the things though that's they're working on, the integration with the current technology. That's one of the things that the company's working on, so that won't be an issue. It would act simply as a regular electrical device, but
you might have somebody that come in to fix the actual issue,
like the actual electrical problem, the electrical being separate from that
device,
like the
computer side of it. Yeah, so that wouldn't be a concern. But like, really, the biggest thing with the Internet of Things is that it's gonna grow, because it's something that people are interested in. Like, it's not just us that's like, it sounds cool to. The idea of the Tesla house, that's something that people would take, especially in today's day and age where we embrace tech a lot more. So with all that, that's when you got to realize that while you can still be an electrician and you probably won't have to learn code, you could still go learn how to code and work on the devices side that if that goes wrong.
Bring you more bread in your pocket.
It's one of the better skills to possess these days.
And also on the going back to kind of the Tesla stuff, I also seen in a video that some of the states offer tax help for that. Basically, like you can if you get a Tesla, you can depreciate it for so much. You can get tax breaks on certain things. It's one of those things that the state's actually kind of trying to push too.
Yeah, that's this whole coast that I'm on right now, bro. Like the whole Pacific Northwest area and the whole West Coast area, like California, Washington, Oregon, all of them. If you buy a Tesla over here, they will like give you tax breaks for it, all types of stuff. Like it's a lot of incentives for it because like it's very nature friendly, like economically friendly.
Yeah, so they're trying to get rid of using up all the fossil fuels and everything too.
Yeah, like even up to the point to where like at home I would have never seen these before, but I was going to the mall and I was just walking up and they had charging stations, and it was just regular, like people were charging their cars and everything, and I'm just like, what the hell?
They got them popping up in Dallas too. I'm sure you probably saw some of them, Kelly.
Some in Alexandria. Some Tesla chargers.
Some Tesla chargers in Monroe.
I've never seen that at home before.
Monroe.
Matter of fact, they got it in Bro Bridge outside of the Walmart.
That's right there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
that's crazy.
I never seen them.
Yeah,
it's happened.
That's crazy. Well, another booming industry we wanted to talk to. We're gonna kind of break away from the Internet of Things. We're gonna move on to like micro mobility. If y'all don't know about micro mobility, I'm pretty sure y'all probably already did it before. Like the bird scooters, or if y'all rode like the Lime bikes, or there's even some other things. There's like a skateboard that I've seen. He really likes the skateboard, so I'm gonna let him tell you about
that skateboard go on.
But yeah, like micro mobility is another big industry that's coming into play like right now. I'm gonna let David talk about it a little bit more. He will know more about it.
Man, so really the micro mobility, it's another one of those industries that's getting big. Just to give you all a little outlook on the market, it's expected to grow to 28.6 billion by 2024. And I mean, there are people that we see right now making money in it. I'm pretty sure people have seen them. It's a picture going around on Instagram. We have posted it before, where Ray J made $10 million off his scooter company. Like people didn't even know Ray J had a scooter company. And it was similar to that, like Bird, like just you put a scooter out, people take it to ride around because people like the convenience of being able to move around more in the city. So like the company that I looked at with the skateboard that I like so much, it's called Future Motion, and it's a cool little thing. It's like a wheel in the middle, and then just like two pedals on the side. And you just stand on it and you just go forward. It's a cool little thing. The owner was a guy in college. He decided he was going to his internship every day, had to walk a mile. And he just like, man, I want to make this. And then he ran with it and he made it. And now the company is worth a good bit of money. The little skate was cool. He said they described the ride on it as like snowboard, like it's the same feel as snowboard, but on the street. Like snowboarding on like a fresh powder. I can't relate. I ain't never did that.
Hey, that's hard.
That's pretty cool though.
That's hard.
Sound fire. I want to do it.
Like, and I was at work when I seen it. The dude was in Opelousas just riding down the street. I was like, "This thing was cool, bro."
That sounds like I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah.
I tried snowboarding up here, bro. It was so hard.
Try what?
I tried snowboarding up here. Oh my gosh, bro!
So bad.
It was so bad.
I
failed so much.
If I fall, I fall. I'm gonna get back up and keep on going.
Got to.
Mm.
But I think that micro mobility stuff is really cool. Like, I think it's really cool, even more to the fact, or well, the way that my brain works, I guess, as far as thinking about it, I think it's cool because of how they set it up to have its own little, almost like cycle to where they're self-functioning as a business. Like, they put them out there and they don't even have to worry about them other than maintenance. Like, they pay people to charge them, so they're spending money there, but at the same time, people are paying, to use them, so they make enough money on that end to where it's not even a problem.
And plus, they paying people to maintenance them too. Like, they're contracting people like that too.
And see, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
That's cool.
I actually had signed up for Bird in Lafayette whenever it first came, man. I still ain't never get my charges. I was mad about that. Anyway, yeah, I know, bro.
The city was hating, man. They didn't like the micro mobility because they couldn't find a way to tax. So
yeah,
that's actually a problem that the industry is facing. But
like,
time, man. With everything, as millennials move forward, as we get older and start taking roles in government and things, it's gonna be that way.
No, the government's gonna find a way to tax it eventually. They just gotta find ways to pass bills to be able to tax.
Yeah, that's the only reason they just be hating because they can't get money. They're trying to do like micro cars too with the micro mobility, which is pretty cool.
What do you mean?
Like there's you know how there's the scooters and the little skateboards.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do like little cars, little small size cars. I guess where just one person can ride in it, but you can just zip around, bro.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you were with me in California when we seen what looked like a bird bike or something, bro.
The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm getting my bets in on FanDuel. Talk to me, Chuck GPT. What do you know?
All sorts of interesting stuff, even Charles Barkley's greatest fear.
Hey, nobody needs to know that.
New customers bet $5 to get $250 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. 21 plus and present in Virginia. Must be first online real money wager. $5 deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
It was like a bird bike. It looked like a Batmobile, son.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
I had got on the Lime bike whenever I was in Dallas. Man.
Yeah, I heard about the Lime stuff too.
They just like bikes just scattered out around the city. You just pick it up. This dude gave us a car with like 10 free rides. It was pretty fun. I had fun.
Now, I am curious to see how that idea will compete with something like a Turo. Well, actually, I could see it, depending upon the limitations, how it's going to compete with something like a Turo where you can rent a car for like a day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like one flat day price and you're good. But the only thing I could see as far as them being able to compete with them, you have to, and I didn't know this until recently, you had to be 25 and over to use Turo.
Okay. Well,
but to any other listeners, 25 and over Turo, if you need to rent a car real quick, y'all check that out if you travel.
25, I used it in Cali.
You probably just gotta pay extra fee.
You gotta pay
it's an extra fee. Sorry.
Yeah, you gotta pay a daily fee.
Yeah. Another thing though, Ford they bought a startup in November. They bought a startup for $100 million in November of 2018. So now you got some of these big car companies starting to get in on this. That's another industry you gotta start looking into. You never know. You might see a decrease in like full-size cars.
That's gonna directly hit Uber and all that.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool though. I'd zip around in a micro mobility car. I'd be out there like I'm playing Mario Kart or something.
Which that's really interesting because like even with Uber and Lyft nowadays, I know at least up here, did y'all know about the being able to rent the car? Like rent the car from a dealership to drive it for Lyft or Uber?
No, I didn't know that.
I think that's an option.
All right, so my roommates actually do it where they rent the car through a dealership and they give them the car and they owe a certain amount weekly for the car, but at the same time they get to drive it for Lyft and their Lyft rides pays off the car. And so after they pay off the car, everything they earn after that is extra. But it's like specifically set up for Lyft.
I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how like a lot of that stuff is gonna play into it. Because I've ridden with several people lift-wise that like they didn't even own the cars that they were lifting in. They like were renting them from the dealership.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see like how people, as far as traveling wise, convenience, what's easier, like getting a car, a little micro car, like just like the little scooters or stuff like that, or like renting a car or something.
I think
I'm pretty sure micro cars, you ain't gonna be able to travel that far.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be like something for like in town, probably like a quick 15, 20 minute, not even 20-minute trip, probably like a 15-minute trip up the road or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just something.
Yeah, still lit.
Like,
either way, it's cool.
you can think about it like in big cities like Charlotte or like LA and stuff. You just see people zipping around on their car. That'd be fine.
Man, you know what this made me think of? Like, just always with the future stuff.
Yeah.
Like Futurama. Y'all ever think? Like, you know, they get the suits and stuff.
Yeah. But I think it goes up to like the industries. You know, once the industry starts, it gets in. It's small. It's only a couple of companies. But as soon as it opens up, man, it's gonna be all kind of companies put into there.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna have different kind of options to use. You're gonna see people, what's is this company better? Is this company better? Is this company better? You know, you're just gonna get all kind of different options.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm gonna do like Kelly did the other time. Like, if anybody's interested in getting into this business or whatever, here's some skills that you're gonna need. They're gonna need to be able to be up to date on like the latest technologies with small battery manufacturing. And if you want to be like a company offering fleets of transportation, you're going to need somebody who will be able to build the software to track them and manage a subscription service. So it's going to be like a two-side business for you. And some barriers of entry, you need building micro mobility devices to size. So you're going to need a prototype, then you're going to need some funding to back you up. You're going to need something that's logical in theory to actually produce and put out there. But besides that, that's all you're going to need.
But yeah, so that kind of like, that with the micro mobility, that's about where we can wrap that one up. The next industry that we want to get into is one that is, we all know is going to be a big booming industry, the cannabis industry.
Mary Jane.
But yeah, no, the cannabis industry, man.
It's gonna be, yeah. It's not even. It's gonna be. It's like already huge. It's like it's growing.
It's only going up. That's the way I feel about the cannabis industry. It's one of those things that if you're just paying attention to the times, and like you'll see that it's legal in 33 states. 4 territories in DC for like medical use, and legal in another 14 for recreational use. So, and I mean, it's legal in other territories too for recreational use. So like, slowly but surely it's becoming adopted, and it's becoming a more and more profitable arena.
In Canada, it's fully recreational. If y'all didn't know, I'm pretty sure most of y'all already knew that, but Canada nationwide is fully recreational, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, it's a recreational drug, but there's still the big concern a lot of people have with the marijuana industry is that it's still technically federally illegal.
In the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S., and it's a Schedule 1 drug. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the drug scheduling, but Schedule 1 is like the highest priority, saying that it has no medical use and like no possible benefit. It's highly addictive, and it can only cause harm. And I mean, it's a higher on the drug schedule than like opioids. And opioids are killing people. So it's like one of those things. That's why I feel like it's a driving factor toward the cannabis industry, and that eventually is going to be federally like legalized. Didn't they just pass the farm bill?
Yeah, they passed the farm bill. I was actually trying to see what it did.
So I have a question. So like, are y'all speaking when y'all speaking about this cannabis industry, are y'all speaking just solely to the marijuana industry, or y'all speaking or combining it with the CBD oil industry?
Both.
We're talking about cannabis, not just marijuana.
Yeah.
Like the other implementations, like with the with the medicinal uses, there are a lot of different industries getting into cannabis. Like everybody's kind of trying to get their hand in it. I mean, people heard the news about Coca-Cola getting their hand in the cannabis.
Yeah, they're starting a CBD drink. But like with the CBD, you got a lot of products that are being put out with CBD, man. You got lotion, you got soaps, you have like different things for your body, just body products that they're making with CBD. And the CBD is good for like people with cancer or people with what is it called?
Yeah, I've seen it was good for arthritis, people with pain.
Yeah, epilepsy.
It has a lot of like it's just good for inflammation in general. I believe like a lot of the NFL players, like David Hurst.
Yeah,
he just quit because he'd rather smoke marijuana than keep taking these pills that are like destroying them from the inside, and it helps with the pain.
Yes, I've seen also Al Harrington has one. He's a former NBA superstar, and he has a cannabis. I don't know if it's a cannabis shop or it's just a CBD shop, but I know he's heavy in CBD.
I'm saying that we're going to see recreational use follow pretty soon with it, to where it's probably going to be taken off of as a Schedule 1. I think they're really just trying to see where they can tax it and stuff, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's no way that they're just going to be able to say, okay, we're going to turn our nose away from it, because it's so much money.
Yeah.
So much money in it.
So the market is actually projected to grow to be $146.4 billion in 2025.
A lot of money.
Studied by Grandview Research. I mean, you got to think about like all these things that Jalen just said. Like the market is gonna go that way because it recreational use always follows medicinal use. It has been a pattern. That means they're taxing the CBD if they made the CBD free. So that's kind of almost like the trial run. I'm pretty sure that's kind of what Colorado did, and everybody's seen the benefits of like that the marijuana industry had on Colorado.
Yeah.
I believe in their first 5 years they had raised like $30 billion of taxes. Don't quote me on that, but they raised a good amount on taxes, and they reallocated it, and they fixed up their roads, the school system. They did a lot of good for the state. So it's another. Not only is it going to be a booming industry, I think it's also going to help states like where we're from, Louisiana. We as an economy, it'll be a supplemental source that could go to things that we tend to lack in budget and things like that.
Yeah, if people don't steal the money.
That's a whole nother subject.
Louisiana, you got it, baby.
Out here, at least in Washington, they did the same thing. It was like they legalized, and then they started reallocating a lot of the money to education and different portions of stuff like that, where it was underfunded before, but now it's getting a lot of funding because of the taxing and stuff. So it's that, along with, I think it'll end up being legalized nationwide for those benefits, as well as the extra benefits for like crime. Like even up here, they noticed that like once they legalized, a lot of the crime went down, and a lot of the extra homeless, or not, I don't want to say extra, but a lot of the abundance of the homeless people and stuff like that started to go down once they legalized. Like they noticed a lot of better trends.
That's crazy. I didn't know about the homeless people.
It's a very non-violent, like, yeah, I could see it. It's a very non-violent type of drug. Which is
I was about to say, now this is a part, bro. I gotta say something. If they legalize it, they need to let everybody who got locked up, they gotta let them out, man. Because it's not fair that now you're being able to provide for your family and make millions and billions of dollars off of this, whenever the people who are selling weed to get by are locked up for trying to do the same thing, provide for their family by selling nickels and dime bags and stuff like that. Like, that's not fair. So I feel like I feel like the justice system is going to need some reconstruction too, along with that.
I definitely think it should get reconstructed, but I honestly don't know if they'll be able to do that, only because of how the justice system is set up and how they make money off of the justice system, which is why all those people are in jail.
I know, but that's something we're gonna have to push for, because
that's part of the Renaissance. That's why we got to take things back. Like that's part of the ownership, having equity, having control.
Yeah.
One thing we also need to look into as well, though, is understanding that although we've been messed over because of it, we also need to look into ways to like
benefit
and benefit from what we know is about to be the oncoming of marijuana. So we know it's about to be used to where it's recreational, so we need to find ways to benefit from it. Like I was talking to one dude, he actually had a really cool idea. He was gonna make because it's really big right now to infuse THC with stuff. He was gonna do a restaurant all based around THC infused food. You know, we need to be looking into stuff like that. We need to be looking into how do you own a dispensary? How can we be doing the same trapping that people was doing before, but legally? You know what I'm saying? If they gonna change the rules, let's adapt.
Because you know it's gonna come. They're gonna come put a dispensary right in the hood. Why not put your own dispensary in the hood? Keep your money in the hood. Like you said,
it's gonna be one dude.
Yeah, like you said,
times out of 10, it's not gonna be owned by black people.
No,
unless we already understand and know beforehand and go ahead and get our foot in the door. Go ahead, look at something and don't be ashamed of it. Don't look down on it and be like, oh well, so many people got locked up because of this, or we don't want to promote this in our neighborhood. People gonna smoke if they gonna smoke. We may as well not let the outsiders come in our community and make the money and let us make it.
Yeah. Honestly.
Sitting there taking us, that's just bad. That's bad economic principle. Sitting there trying to take a stand, you missing out on a market, and you're gonna let someone else from outside the community capitalize on that market.
Because I mean, we do that in a lot of aspects. So we do that with restaurants. A lot of restaurants in the hood, unless they mom and pop shops, we don't own. You know what I'm saying? And even the mom and pop shops, we 9 times out of 10 not running legally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to work on those types of things anyway. The gas stations, how many black-owned gas stations you ran across?
1 or 2.
Yep.
In the hood. You know what I mean?
The corner stores in the hood, not owned by us.
No. Exactly.
Never owned by us, actually.
That's gonna be another episode, honestly.
But we have to push forward into the industries that we already see coming, so that we can already have that ownership there, you know, and already have that chip on our shoulder.
And that's why we want to like share these type of things with y'all, like get y'all to know about these industries and the things that are coming up, because that's where the job markets are moving. We're talking about getting new jobs, different jobs, and that's these
are some of the jobs that's gonna be coming up.
Yeah.
Another industry that I had found out about is called digital therapeutics, guys. Like,
what's up, everyone? It's Boss Britt.
And it's DJ Excel.
If you're a fan of the queer culture and lifestyle, then be sure to check out and subscribe to the No Homo Show.
We're a show that shares true stories that are uncut, funny, relatable, and of course gay from a lesbian's perspective.
That's right. Brought to you exclusively by the Revolt Podcast Network.
Digital therapeutics, that was something crazy well, it's not really crazy, but it was very interesting, something that I found.
It's pretty live.
So the concept behind digital therapeutics is it's like video games and software apps where they can be used for treatment of certain type of medical conditions, such as like asthma, CPDOD, outpatient treatment for substance abuse, treatment for like depression, ADHD. So it's like basically it's just gonna be apps and like video games, and it'll adapt to a person's style, and then it'll tell them, hey, this is what you're doing that is triggering your ADHD, or this is what you're doing that is triggering your depression and stuff. And so it's gonna show them daily goals and objectives that can help bring them out of the depression. It's crazy because the FDA actually approved 30 digital therapeutic apps in 2018.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, and like with that, it has way less like side effect issues on a person. They don't have to take those chemicals to like really mess up and destroy their body. So that's something that I was looking at I was just like blown away from that industry. I was like, man, I never knew about this. So instead of a PlayStation 4 being something that's stupid that people don't, why you always playing that, it could be going to treating somebody and helping somebody obtain a better life.
And doesn't it have like a lot of support from like a lot of physicians and
a lot of doctors,
psychiatrists and all that? Like,
this is the in 2017 the market was valued at 889 million. In 2000, it's expected to reach 4.2 billion by 2023. And like I said, there's really no serious side effects to it. As far as all the studies that they've been doing, and it adapts to the patient's functions in real time. So it's something really cool. There's about 100 companies between the U.S. and the European Union that are working on this type of treatment for certain conditions. So I was looking in there, I was just blown away by that.
It's crazy to me, the fact that they like the science behind it, that your behaviors is actually what triggers a lot. Disease.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of crazy to think about it. But I know we talk a lot about with entrepreneurship in general and having the right mental attitude. And that's kind of one of the things, that's a behavior. Like having the right mental attitude is a behavior. So to think that your behaviors that can actually make you sick, like having the wrong mental attitude, and taking the wrong actions make you sick. That's like that's wild to me sometimes.
That is a good way to think about it. So that just means like that even just solidifies, just have a positive attitude in everything you do, because a lot of people say whatever you put out in the universe, you'll get it back. So if you're putting out negative energy, you're gonna see a lot of negative in your life. But if you're putting out a lot of positive energy, eventually positivity has no choice but to come find you in your life. And it's just going to show on your life. It's cool.
That's pretty cool, man. I support anything that'll help people get off of the medication that's really hurting them. So I support
especially like opioids and stuff like that.
I definitely.
I kind of want to go on a rant about that drug schedule and stuff, but I'm going to leave it to you. Man. Nah, man. How does this make sense, son? Like, think about it, bro. Think about this real shit. So, marijuana, which has never caused a violent offense, like has never been proven to be the cause of a violent offense, can get you more time than cocaine.
Okay. Okay, who was doing cocaine? Let's be honest. Who was doing cocaine?
I'm not gonna just sit and act like it's white dudes. I've seen
it was rich people. It was not just necessarily white dudes. It was rich people. People that could afford cocaine, not crack. I'm talking about cocaine itself. Because you get a lighter offense for getting cocaine than you do crack.
Yeah.
So and then who's smoking weed? Who's the most people that smoke weed? It's gonna be the poor people.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go. I'm gonna send those people to jail because I know they can't afford the attorneys. I know they can't afford to spend the money to get out of this. They just don't take the crime. How many times we've seen people take the plea deals?
Message.
Everybody take it.
Message.
Everybody take a plea deal. Why? Because
man, wait a second. I seen a crazy statistic. It's something like 70% of people who like try don't ever go to court. They just take a plea deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you don't take a plea deal, you possibly could get that max.
And that's how they get you. They tell you.
Yeah, it's a scare tax. I'm gonna scare you to take this plea deal so you can get this on your record, so I at least get some on you. I can make this money off of you because, like I said, it's all everything is about. This is a capitalist country. It's all about money. So the whole judicial system is all about money, and I think people gotta understand that.
Everything is about money. College, the judicial system, the prison system.
Transportation system.
Everything is about. It's a capitalist country.
Hotel system.
That's why they fight Uber and they fight
Airbnb.
Airbnb. They're disrupting.
They try to tax them in a whole different tax bracket. I see now. I said, wow,
it's
just messed up to try to take away the.
It's a crazy law that just happened in New Orleans, man. Now with Airbnbs, it's got to be a residential area where you're just renting out part of your unit. Like you can't even just rent out the house anymore.
Oh, so they can't do like rooms anymore. It has to be. I mean, excuse me. They can't do the whole house. It has to be rooms.
Yeah, it gotta be a room like where somebody lives.
Wow.
That's hard because they're crippling the hotel
because the hotels weren't making as much.
Yeah, and like they do laws like that. They got places that are doing bad. Like in Baton Rouge, there's a place next to LSU. It's like an Airbnb, like apartment set. It's like a hotel. They serve breakfast and stuff. So laws like that disrupt that. It's crazy. Yeah, how the whole politics thing works. But it goes back to how change is gonna come about always.
It's inevitable. You just gotta adapt to it, man.
Yeah. Like as we go, cause it's always like this thing. The young ideals are different than the old ideals. And as we grow to that age, our ideals are gonna get enforced upon. So you gotta just recognize what we care about and focus on that, because that's where the money is gonna be. Well, that about wraps up episode 5.
Number 5. Yes.
Thank everybody for rocking with us, man. Watching this show, y'all definitely check out our merch shop and the GGTV shop. Right now, that's a different company. Y'all check that out.
Shout out GGTV.
Oh yeah, shout him out. They
Y'all
got an
can find
event
them on
coming out.
Instagram at GGTV.
Yeah.
Tell us about the event.
It's at the end of April. I forgot, where's it gonna be at? Did he move the location? I think
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know where he moved the location to. I'm not
It's
sure.
called Recess though. Yeah, it's a day party.
Day party. A lot of fun.
Always a good time, a good old wrestling town. But yeah, y'all make sure to like, subscribe, leave a rating, all that good stuff, man. Please help us, grow. Leave any type of review, things you want to hear, things we can get better at. So check out the merch shop.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Should be up by the time this comes out. Hopefully, we're doing our thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the website should be up. We're finally glad we can bring that up to y'all, man. The website gonna serve as a hub for financial literacy with group economics as a center focus.
Yeah.
We're gonna provide tools and resources, like our bio says. That's what we're going to do. Y'all be sure to check it out, www.blackdwarfrenaissance.com.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us next week on the Black Wealth Renaissance Podcast.
When it comes to work, communication is key, even if you don't have a writing job. Sounding unconfident, indecisive, or passive-aggressive can hold you back professionally and hurt your team's productivity. Grammarly Premium's advanced tone suggestions make sure you're always sending the right message. Sound clear and confident in your writing and automatically replace negative-leaning language with solution-focused alternatives. With Grammarly's help, you can build stronger relationships at work, be constructive in the face of challenges, and help your team get things done. Grammarly works where you do, so your team's projects get done before the deadline. And with features like comprehensive spelling, grammar, and clarity-focused sentence rewrites, Grammarly helps keep your writing efficient and mistake-free. The right tone can move any project forward. Get it just right with Grammarly. Go to Grammarly.com/podcast to sign up for free. Then get 20% off when you upgrade to premium. That's 20% off at Grammarly.com/podcast.
McDonald's has entered a Minecraft movie universe, and Grimace, Birdie, and Hamburglar just spawned as new collectibles as part of a Minecraft movie meal with your choice of Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets with spicy nether flame sauce. Participate in McDonald's for a limited time. A Minecraft movie only in theaters.